Always say no to these 7 types of people. Stoicism, Stoic lessons to transform your life. In your attempt to extend a helping hand, it becomes inconsequential if the individuals lack the motivation to embrace change. According to Epictetus, our responses, rather than external events, mold our emotions. Your consistent support for others is a rare quality in today's world. Nevertheless, it is crucial to recognize that despite your well-intentioned efforts, some individuals may remain resistant to change. Prior to investing your energy in potentially insurmountable predicaments, stay tuned, as this video will unveil subtle cues indicating that you might be traversing a futile path. We will delve into 7 archetypes of individuals who, for diverse reasons, resist assistance and prefer addressing their challenges independently. Remember to subscribe to our channel before we delve into the first category of individuals you should refrain from helping, ensuring you stay abreast of valuable insights. 1. Folks who never admit their mistakes. Some people find it really hard to admit when they make mistakes. Those folks who always say, "It's not my fault," and point fingers at everything and everyone else. Thinkers like the Stoics believe that admitting your mistakes and learning from them is crucial for personal growth. However, these people have a tough time looking at themselves and acting with humility. They don't seem to think before they do things, and they don't realize that what they do can affect other people. When things go wrong, they're quick to blame something or someone else. Failed an exam? It's the teacher's fault. Got into a car accident? Blamed the weather. Their home is a mess? It's because of their job. They just don't want to say, "I messed up." Trying to help them learn humility can be like talking to a wall. They resist change, and if you keep trying, it might not be worth your effort. They often complain and try to bring others down with them. It's like a never-ending cycle of blaming everything else but themselves. It's essential to recognize these patterns and set boundaries. You can still be there for them, but you also need to take care of yourself. Encouraging personal responsibility gently and understanding where they're coming from might be the key. By doing this, you create an environment that helps them feel safe enough to admit when they make mistakes and hopefully grow from them. It's a tricky situation, but finding the right balance can make a big difference. Opportunists. Understanding others deeply and feeling their emotions without judgment is a wonderful and rare human trait. The Stoics, wise thinkers from the past, believed in seeing the world through empathetic eyes. But be careful, some people misuse kindness. They pretend to be friends just to take advantage of you. How can you spot them? Watch their actions. Real friends ask for help when they really need it. However, manipulative individuals often ask for favors they could handle on their own. They might make you feel guilty, saying things like, "You're a great friend, can you do this for me?" While it's okay to help sometimes, these people always ask, even when they can help themselves. They don't care about your time. It's sad because even if you don't want to help, you end up doing it. They make you feel bad if you say no, even if you've helped them many times. They don't change because they believe someone will always help them. Our suggestion: choose to stay away from such people and don't feel guilty about it. Remember, you only need to worry about yourself and what you've promised to do. Don't let manipulative individuals take advantage of your kindness. Instead, focus on building healthy relationships with those who appreciate and reciprocate your kindness. Prioritize your well-being by setting boundaries and saying no when needed. By doing so, you empower yourself to break free from the cycle of manipulation and cultivate positive yourself. People who only think of themselves. Dealing with individuals who always think everything revolves around them can be tough. Imagine talking about a problem like crazy traffic in your city, and they just brush it off like it's no big deal because it hasn't bothered them. Or when you share exciting news, they somehow turn it into a conversation about their own problems, stealing your joy. It feels like they're always taking away your happiness and replacing it with their issues. Now, picture being in the spotlight for a good reason, but your friend jumps in and makes it all about them. It's frustrating, right? If you're wondering whether to stick around for someone like this, ask yourself if you're strong enough to talk to them about caring for others too. It's tricky because if you try to help them change and they're not open to it, they won't change. But if you're trying to do better, negative people around you might hold you back. Here's a tip: consider staying away from those who always put themselves first. Think about your own well-being and happiness. If being around them is making you feel down or holding you back, it might be best to focus on positive relationships and building a support system. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your own mental and emotional health. Surround yourself with people who truly care about you and make you feel good about yourself. Self-made illusions. Some people create imaginary stories in their minds, tricking themselves into believing things that aren't true. The Stoics, who believed in being honest with oneself, would advise facing mistakes for personal growth. Imagine these made-up stories as a way of hiding real problems, preventing us from looking at ourselves truthfully. This goes against the Stoic principle of acknowledging our mistakes. The problem with these storytellers is that they believe their tales so much that they ignore what others see or say. It's like our minds can play tricks on us, showing us things based on our feelings rather than how they really are. These individuals may not mean to harm, they're just stuck in a habit of fooling themselves. Childhood challenges and the desire to fit in may be reasons why they create comforting stories. Helping them is tough because they've built strong mental walls around their beliefs. It's like trying to convince someone that the earth is round when they insist it's flat. Even when you show them the obvious truth, they twist it to fit their view. Real change for them only happens when they realize their way of thinking is off, often needing expert guidance. This situation reminds us of political debates where people stick to their own ahead. Imagine watching someone you really care about not using the amazing skills and talents they have. It's tough when you try to remind them that time is passing by quickly and they don't seem to care. You truly believe they can achieve much more than they think. Yes, enjoying today is important for happiness, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't plan for tomorrow. What we do today shapes our future, and we feel truly happy when we use our natural and learned skills to make our lives better. Some people only see what's right in front of them. It's not that they lack skills, it's just that they don't think ahead. About how to use them for the future, they're talented in many areas, and the best way to help them isn't by teaching new skills, but by encouraging them to use what they already know. Many times, all they need to do is take action. They are aware of their potential and what they can achieve, but if they always rely on others for help and don't act for themselves, it's hard for them to grow. Ancient thinkers believed that working towards a better life is good; if not, negative feelings like anxiety can take over. For those interested in achieving supreme happiness and success, like the ancient thinkers did, share your thoughts in the comments and say, "I want the free ebook." Let's explore together how we can unlock our potential, shape a brighter future, and overcome challenges to find true happiness. For those stuck on life's negatives, embrace the sunshine in life. Think of the glass as half full, just like wise folks from ancient times did. They faced tough times with calmness, strength, and a thankful heart. It's like having a toolkit for your mind using mindfulness tricks, being grateful, and understanding that life has both good and not so good moments. But here's the thing, some people only see storm clouds. It's like watching a TV show where everything is about problems. Helping them is like trying to fix a leaky boat with a hole in it, challenging. They might say they want help, but it feels like they enjoy complaining more than finding solutions. If you're not careful, their constant gloom can bring rain to your parade. Picture this: you have a bag of energy, be picky where you spend it. If someone always complains, and it feels like a never-ending story, maybe it's time to hit pause, protect your sunshine, and focus on folks who appreciate your advice and are ready to make things brighter. It's not about being mean, it's about staying positive and energetic. Setting boundaries is like putting on a superhero cape, it protects you. If helping someone feels like you're getting stuck in quicksand, it might be okay to step back. Let them discover their path, maybe, just maybe, they'll learn to see the silver lining in the clouds and find their way to sunshine. People who don't want to learn or change, Stoicism teaches us that knowing ourselves and aiming to get better is super important. But some people don't really like looking at their own mistakes or trying to grow, they just stay the same and blame others for their problems. It's tough to help them because they don't want to listen or take advice. Take Joe, for example. he never admits he's wrong, even when it's obvious, and he always points fingers at someone else. Then there's Sarah, who gets advice at work on how to do better but ignores it because she thinks her way is always the best. Mike keeps having problems in his relationships, but he says it's because he hasn't met the right person, not thinking about his own behavior. Linda struggles with money, but instead of trying to save, she blames her job for not paying her enough. Helping these folks is hard because they don't want to change. It's like talking to a wall. We need to find ways to talk to them that make sense to them. We can encourage them to think about why they avoid change and help them see that admitting mistakes isn't a bad thing, it's a way to grow. We also need to listen to them and find out what's really going on. Maybe they've had a tough time in the past, or they're scared to change. Balancing being understanding and also pushing them a bit is important. We can suggest small steps they can take to get better, step by step. The key is to empower them with knowledge and help them see that changing and growing can lead to a better, happier life. At times, it's more beneficial to allow individuals to navigate challenges independently, without the need for constant detailed guidance. The wisdom of Stoicism prompts us to connect with nature, cultivate meaningful relationships, and uphold personal accountability. Embracing these principles in our lives enables us to pursue a purposeful existence in harmony with the universe. Developing a resilient mindset, akin to the Stoics, becomes crucial in this pursuit. Curious about how to cultivate such a mindset? Feel free to explore the video on your screen for valuable insights. Stay tuned until our next encounter.